So the cool thing about Movement Vitals is my exposure to all the different small equipment that's been put out over the years. And I've had unique opportunity to meet those people, learn what the tool is really about and how to engage it in multiple ways. This here is a TRX Rip trainer. There is also a similar product out on the market by the same maker, and it's the Golf Forever swing trainer. Either of those products work in a very similar way by promoting the idea of asymmetrical resistance, or the fact that the resistance is only on one side. So in other words, if I'm here, it's pulling me into rotation as I extend out. So that's asymmetric resistance. The nice thing about having the resistance applied asymmetrically or on one side is that we can play with this lever arm. So closer my arms are to this anchor point, the easier it's going to be. The farther away I am, the harder it's going to be. So much like a flag blowing in the wind, if that flagpole is really far out and buttressed away from a building, it's going to be harder to hold that position. So it's going to take a little bit more trunk. So that's the basics behind asymmetrical resistance with a bar and essentially a resistance band. What I really like about this is the idea that I can manage that load by simply adjusting the angle of incline or that distance away from my body. So I can go out away from the anchor as long as I'm not tilting. It also gives you good visual feedback. I can line it up with vertical and horizontal structures, but I can get some dynamic plank going. I can extend that bar and create that rotation, and that's going to create a little bit more load into my plank. So dynamic plank, now I've got a multi-planar load going. And then furthermore, I can extend it even out farther or adjust my handprint on the device, which will change that load to make it easier or harder. I can also use it more like a resistance band where there's not an asymmetric load. And that would be addressing the lateral structures like we did with the Halo trainer, like we did with suspension training, maintaining a nice neutral core and walking out and getting a dynamic plank. What this is doing is it's trying to side bend me, and I'm trying to resist that side bend. So nice dynamic plank there. Once again, you can play with all the different vectors, handprints, distance away from the body, footprints, dynamic movements, but basic intro into asymmetric resistance with TRX Rip Trainer or the Golf Forever swing trainer. So great products. Again, I've been very lucky to learn small equipment along the way, and you at Movement Vitals get to learn along with. All right, cheers. Good job, Max. Way to show up.